93 Boxing, back with a quick video. We've been shitting on Kell Brook for quitting, and I personally said I personally don't have a problem with him quitting, because technically it is a quit, but also at the same time it's a legit reason to quit in my opinion. And I don't even like saying this because I don't like Kell Brook in terms of shit that he does, shit that he says, just some outrageous shit. Every time I talk about Kell Brook as well, I make some legit points, right? And people just don't like it. They just come and say, why are you hating on him? How about people argue the actual points on a logical, with logic, basically. That's all I want. Everything I say about Kell Brook is true. Everything I say about Kell Brook in the ring is definitely true. Like, in terms of boxing, I'm not going to go into it because this is a different topic. We've cheated on Kell Brook for quitting, right? Loads of channels did that. I didn't. I did not. Because I thought it was a legit reason to quit. But all of a sudden, I've seen the Andrew Ward versus Sergey Kovalev fight. Now, this fight has been like 7 days, and I didn't want to talk about it, but I feel like this is an interesting topic, and I feel like I didn't see anyone talking about it like this. Sergey Kovalev quit in that fight. He really quit. Now, Kell Brook had a legit reason to quit, in my opinion. I want to know, everyone can agree on this, right? That Kell Brook's reason to quit, he has a legit reason to quit, at least compared to Kovalev. We can all agree, right? Because remind me what Sergey Kovalev's reason to quit is. Sergey Kovalev was tired, that's all. He was disheartened with the fact that he can't get to Andrew Ward as easily as he was able to in the first fight, or as easily as he thought he would like he did in the first fight. Sergey Kovalev was gassed out. I have seen just a little bit. I was focusing a lot during the first few rounds of the fight because it was competitive. I wanted to see who was winning. I had some of those rounds, like 2 of the 4 rounds to Kovalev, and 2 of the 4 rounds to Andre Ward. Those rounds, I have seen, even in those rounds, a little bit of fatigue. And I was thinking, you know what? Because we've seen Sergey Kovalev fatigue in the first fight. And he was trying to say that, it's because he overtrained and all that shit. To me, that sounded like bullshit. But, I just thought maybe he can prove himself. And maybe he will actually show that, maybe he did something wrong in the camp. And this time he'll get it right. This time he will have his endurance. But no, this time he got tired even worse, even quicker. Andrew Ward did go to the body quite early on, more than the first fight, more effectively than in the first fight. But Sergey Kovalev got tired, right? And after round 4, I can tell from his body language that he was looking to quit. And actually, I was thinking this fight's going to get stopped. Within round 6, I knew this will be over. This will be over. He will get stopped or he's going to quit. Sergey Kovalev, I've heard, gets frustrated and shit. Round 7, it was blatant that this guy is just looking for a way. Late round 6, it looked like he was looking for a way out to quit. And remind me what was Kovalev's reason to quit? Kovalev was tired, that's it. He was disheartened. Now, that is a worse reason to quit than Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. Why is no one talking shit about Kovalev for quitting? I've seen so many channels, right? So many channels talking shit about Kell Brook. You see, Kell Brook is, and it's not, I don't want to make this a racial thing, but Kell Brook is half black, half white. A lot of times in the LDBC, they do support black fighters. Nothing wrong with that, they support, obviously, they want to support fighters that they can maybe relate to. And, they do see some injustice against black fighters, especially in America, where they're not represented right, where some other white fighters may get more shine through HBO and all that stuff promoting them than a lot of black fighters. But they shitted on Kell Brook. Someone like Sergey Kovalev, who was blatantly racist in my opinion, they weren't shitting on Kovalev for quitting. Some of them mentioned that Sergey Kovalev quit, but man, they didn't go hard on Sergey Kovalev like I thought they would. Honestly, this was the biggest quit that people are overlooking. Sergey Kovalev's quitting bitch. I'm willing to say that. I don't like saying this about fighters. Sergey Kovalev has less heart than Kell Brook. People are questioning Kell Brook's heart. What about Sergey Kovalev's heart? Sergey Kovalev has less heart than Victor Ortiz. I'm willing to say that. I'm really willing to say that. You see, Victor Ortiz against Maidana, right? He quit. Blatant, obvious quit. Sergey Kovalev quit and it pretended like he didn't. He pretended like he doesn't know why the referee stopped the fight. He was upset that the referee stopped. Well, actually, he wasn't really upset. He was pretending to be upset because when the referee waved the fight off, he didn't complain. There was no shock in his face. It was like, it's whatever, right? He didn't really care if the referee stopped the fight. It looked like he was more happy. Victor Ortiz, at least he was honest. Because after the Sergey Kovalev was not honest. He was a lying. You know, it takes heart to be honest in situations like that. It takes heart to own up to the fact that you didn't want to get beat up like that. Because that's what Victor Ortiz said. He didn't want to get beat up like that. Victor Ortiz has more heart than fucking this Kovalev, this fraud. Victor Ortiz quit against Floyd Mayweather Jr. in my opinion, and you know, yeah, that was more of a quit. That was a quit as well. But at the same time, he got knocked out. See what I'm trying to say? There's a better reason for him to quit than this reason, right? Victor Ortiz quit against Lopez, but he had a broken jaw. Can you see what I'm trying to say? Again, Victor Ortiz has a better reason to quit than Sergey Kovalev. So even if you think the Floyd Mayweather fight was like a bad reason for Ortiz to quit, okay, fair enough. But what about everything else? Maidana, he was honest. It's like, that takes heart, right? So Victor Ortiz showed more heart quitting against Maidana than Kovalev did. Quitting against Andre Ward and then pretending like as if he didn't want to quit. Pretending like he got hit to the nuts when he didn't. It's all fucking bullshit, man. The Victor Ortiz, you know, I mean, people say he kind of quit against Luis Collazo, but at the same time, like, he was, I mean, it's kind of comparable to Sergey Kovalev. They both got hurt, right? But then against Andre Berta, it seemed blatantly like he quit. But at the same time, you know, Robert Garcia, who can't stand Victor Ortiz anymore, used to train Victor Ortiz, and he says Ortiz was really hurt. So I actually think I'm going to go with the Robert Garcia maybe, because he knows Ortiz more than I do. He knows Ortiz more than the fans do. He's trained Ortiz and he doesn't like Ortiz. So for him to say that thing is kind of like almost defending Ortiz. And I don't think he would have any intention to defend him when he doesn't deserve to be defended. So Victor Ortiz, as you can see, has more legit reason to quit. He has shown more heart than Kovalev. Didn't we see Victor Ortiz showing heart against Andre Berto? Didn't we see Victor Ortiz showing heart against Lopez? I mean, it was a fight that required heart, but then, I mean, you know, he had to quit because of the jaw, but that was fine, man. It's a broken jaw. What the fuck? Kovalev didn't have no broken nothing. I mean, as far as what we know, he didn't have no broken nothing. And no one, even the LDBC, right? Who this is not even, I wanted the LDBC to shit on this guy. And I'm not LDBC, I'm just saying, man. I mean, hey, listen, I haven't seen anyone shit on this guy for quitting. This quitting little bitch, this racist quitting bully. He's really a bully, you know. That's really what bullies are like. They try to be tough, they try to physically impose themselves. If they're physical bullies, right, they try to physically impose themselves on the opponents and shit. Bigger, maybe, whatever. Well, when shit gets difficult for them, they quit. It's because bullies are really weak mentally. Like, inside they're weak. And that's really what's up, man. Kovalev's a fucking bully. Andre Ward said it. Everyone's saying he's a bully. He tried to say all this racist shit, trying to make people, like, you know, it's whatever. He's a racist, bullying, quitting little bitch. Crusher is crushed. Crusher is crushed. The racist will hop off his dick and back on Triple G's dick. Hopefully they will be able to hop off his dick. I mean, hopefully they have no choice but to hop off his dick. Who will it be next? Lomachenko? Let me know what you think. 93 Boxing. I'm out.